Moving on to our second speaker of the day, the illustrious Mr. Raju Venkatraman. Mr. Raju Venkatraman obtained his BTech in Chemical Engineering in the year 1981 from IIT Madras and completed an executive MBA, including a 3-tier training program at the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. He also has a diploma in quality education systems from General Motors Institute in the USA. Mr. Raju has always led from the front, right from starting his career at Cadbury Schweppes. At Electronic Data Systems, EDS, he pioneered the innovation and application of digital imaging technology. He led the team in the integration of raster image scanning and tagged image file formats with files, compression techniques, optical disk storage, and early adoption of Ethernet communications. He was a founder of Vetri Systems and a pioneer in business process outsourcing, in bringing work to India rather than getting the work done in the USA itself. In this sector, his contributions include adoption of satellite technology for data transmission. He also initiated the movement of BPO to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities here in India, which opened up several job opportunities in all of those areas. Currently, as the MD and CEO of Medal Healthcare Private Limited, Mr. Raju is taking healthcare diagnostics, wellness, and preventive care to several small towns across the states of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, and Maharashtra. Medal is also partnering with institutes in providing 24/7 counseling services for the students of IIT Madras, along with several other organizations. Mr. Raju has been honored with the AIIM Excellence Award. He has been recognized as one of the top 50 entrepreneurs in Michigan for the years 1994 and 95, and was the recipient of the American Dreamers Award from Crain's Business Magazine for the year 99. After nearly 2 decades, Mr. Raju is still associated with the Young Presidents Organization. Mr. Raju is also the chairman of TiCon 2013, not to be confused with SciCon 2013. Yeah. The Chennai chapter. Yeah. And is also the senior vice president of the Madras Management Association. Mr. Raju passionately believes in mentoring young entrepreneurs and plays basketball with equal passion. In recognition of Mr. Raju Venkatraman's contributions as an entrepreneur, leader, and manager, his alma mater has conferred him with the IIT Madras Distinguished Alumnus Award. Mr. Raju Venkatraman, it's a complete honor to have you with us, sir. The stage is yours.
While I was sitting in the audience, I was just wishing that I was about 25 years younger, that I could get the energy that you all have. It's wonderful to see you all here today. Can I request the organizing committee members to at least raise their hand or stand up, and also the student volunteers who put this SciCon together? Can I request them to stand up, please? I would love to see all of them. I see about 6 people here. Couple more, 10. Great. Let's give a big round of applause to them. And I'm so glad that Tulsi called me. So thank you, Tulsi, for having me here. It's events like these that build character. I really want each and every one of you, while you get whatever experience academically, please experience organizing an event like this. College is all about gathering experiences. College is all about working with people, not with your books. And I'll tell you a secret. I'm now got the distinguished alumnus of a distinguished institute. I don't know if I deserve that, but all that I have done in my life has been organizing such events in IIT. Get immersed. Get immersed. I for immerse. When you take up something, make sure that everything about it is talked about. Because putting an event like this, and I'm going to take that as the only example for you to build your life plan. What you learn is the event has to start at 9. You learn to get everybody coming in, communicating with at least 500 people, taking permission, and sometime asking forgiveness from your professors, raising money, I sincerely want to thank your organizing and your volunteers. Nothing happens. And these kinds of events starts building your confidence. So get immersed. It's not about twittering. You have made a difference. And I'll tell you the best moment of my life when I entered hostels. Some of you are freshmen, some of you are hostelites, some of you go back home, is I was touched by the mess workers. There were about 16 people who cooked food for us, breakfast, lunch and dinner, 7 days. And young kids, we could eat a lot. And getting friends, becoming pally with the mess, make sure that you will get that extra curd without paying for it. It had its own perks. But the best thing that I feel was getting them to put together a skit. I learned about what these guys do. Some of them, I don't want to get into the detail, but that actually taught me the real life out there. It's not what you and I live. We are privileged. Try to touch some people's life, get immersed in the campus, see if one of those sweepers that you can see, find out what is going on in their life. Even your teachers, how scared they are to come into a classroom these days. And recently, my wife was telling me my son is in the American school, and he was the teacher. My wife was asking, how is he doing? And it was a new teacher. The other teacher fell sick, so a new teacher has come, 10th grader, and all that she asked was, Roshan, please help me. I'm terrified of your class. 27 international kids, all 6'3". They don't listen to me. They talk what they want to talk, and I'm here supposed to teach economics. So you're doing fine, you're doing great, you're an awesome student, but help me. So immerse is my first message to each and every one of you. And immersing has to become not sinking, getting into it, getting into the details. The second part that I want to talk to you is develop. I think previous speaker talked about your passion. Passion can be music, it can be basketball, it can be anything. It can be speeches, it can be chess, it can be bridge. Develop your passion, but don't ever fail one subject. Make sure that you came here to actually get an engineering degree and get that degree, but develop your passion. Find out who you are. Develop your skills. Just that passion. Unidimensional is fine. I'll be very honest. Anil played, there were only two tunes that I understood. The rest of them were completely like Brett Lee bowling. It went over my head. I didn't understand one line of any other music that he did. I couldn't recognize it. It's okay. So develop your passion, be unidimensional, be multidimensional. Start building your skills. And it doesn't matter if you become the world's best scientist, you have to work with people. If you become the world's best CEO, you have to work with people. If you build and become a great sports person today, you must know how to work with people. Develop your people skills. Develop your communication skills. Start expanding and with internet, you're all blessed. The third thing that I want you to think about is embrace. The word embrace. Embrace diversity. Embrace openness. We all are brought up with certain values. That doesn't mean that the other person is wrong. Embrace every walk of life, try to get out of your core circle of 5 or 6 people and embrace the whole institute. And it's a great habit that you will find when you go to TCS and you are employee number 273,493. That will be your identity for that year maybe. You have to figure out how that system works. Cognizant is no different. Wipro is no different. You'll start wondering, why did they hire me? I know they don't pay well. But you have a job, right? Some of you, I heard, graduating in the 4th year, already placed, life is made, got into TCS, got into Cognizant, and those who got into Amazon, anybody who got into Amazon is here? I'm sure he's celebrating, right? It's the pride job of the year, right? To get that Amazon job. 10 lakhs, I was told. Wow. Congratulations to whoever got that. But life doesn't end there. It's the beginning. If you don't know how to embrace the processes, the systems, the structure, and figure out how you will navigate with all the constraints that will be given to you, you will be very disillusioned. You will join TCS and say TCS is a lousy company, because I hear a lot. I want to do now my MBA. You'll go to MBA school, get a degree, now you want to join some other company, then you will join a company, whatever school you get into, and you will be disillusioned again. So find your passion, find and embrace. The diversity is unbelievable. There is phenomenal opportunity, but nobody is going to put it in a silver platter with a bow ribbon and with a rose there and come on Valentine's Day and give it to you. You have to find it. And the last message on this theme that I wanted to talk on idea is A. It is act. Don't just sit and dream. Don't become a virtual player. Don't become an e-performer. Internet is spoiling all of us. In a way, it is a powerful tool. Leverage. You know what I find today in organizations, and I'm not depressed, I'm just trying to understand. People don't get math easily. They don't understand business easily. They don't understand technology that well after they graduate. They say, I can Google. I can get that answer. But when we put them on projects and assignments, they struggle. They're not able to break out because they cannot figure out how to put it all together, synthesizing, acting on it. They keep analyzing. There is so much of data that they don't know how to come to some kind of a hypothesis and a conclusion. We call that as analysis with paralysis in the internet era. That is something that you all need to worry about, that you don't lead your life with analysis with paralysis. What if, what if? And I will share. One of my relatives, he's 37, not married, and he's got a spreadsheet on the girl, and he's got a quantitative analysis. He's still finding the best person that he wants to live with. He's got about 17 criterias weighted. Now, it has to come from your heart. There is something called as heart. It is not all that is mind. So this age, start finding it. Where is your heart? Where does it belong? Act. Do something. An event like this, that's why I applauded. It's not easy to raise 2.5 lakhs, put together an event, get 500 people together, get all the speakers, get permissions to get the auditorium, get the mic system working, lights on, put it on Twitter. I think these people have already learned what it means to be immersed. And I think they have developed their skills. They have embraced how to work in a system and process, and they actually acted. idea for life. I for immerse, D for develop, E for embrace, A for act. Since I have 7 more minutes left, I will talk a little bit more, and since I won't be there for the Q&A sessions, if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Now I do need to get back. My own journey, IIT Madras, academically a goof-off, bottom 50 percentile, managed to get what we call in those days as a 7.0. The topper was 8.0. I worked extremely hard for 2 semesters and got 7.6. I didn't work, I got 7.0. I said, that's perfectly fine. But I didn't waste one day. I fought for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe students. I was the institute sports sec. I won the 10th consecutive year, I can't say we, but I was the sports secretary of the inter-IIT meet when all the 4 IITs ganged up to beat us so we don't get the 10th, and the trophy still sits there. We fought. Brought in an All India basketball tournament, brought in Hema Malini to dance in the institute to fundraise. It was not easy to get her. And several activities. So I have very fond memories of what I left, what I did in IIT Madras. I still go back regularly. Then my life was in Cadbury's. I joined Cadbury's. It was a price job. First company that told me I can be a management trainee and they will pay for my executive MBA. And at that time, my salary was 1,800 rupees as a stipend. And in those days, if it was over 5,000, you needed President of India's approval. And the tax rate after 3,000 was 23%. At 5,000, it was 90%. Right? I got into Cadbury's. I went there to learn about chocolates and business. Then they came and told me, Raju, do you want to go to Kashmir? I said, for what? They said, we are putting up a fantastic apple concentrate plant. We are launching Apella, a new drink in the market in the next summer. You will go there to be one of the shift managers. I said, yeah, I will go there. And when I went there, what did I find? There were no apples. The business plan said that you had to buy apples at that time for 15 paise, and in the market it was sold for 4 rupees a kilo. So all the great buyers and purchase managers came back and wrote a report saying it cannot be done. I dug through the report. I said, how could have somebody have written a report 2 years old saying it is 15 paise, and what it meant was collect the pre-fall apple, which is a national waste. So I went to my general manager and told him, can I go buy apple? He said, I don't have too many choices. You don't need permission. Do whatever you want. We don't have apple. I said, I'm bored. I have learnt about Buchner press. I have learned the distillation column. There is nothing to do. A foreman can operate. I tell you, that was the most wonderful time of my life. I got 23 trucks from Jammu, 17 motorcycles, hired people. We zoned all of Kashmir, didn't sleep, 7 days, 14, 15 hours. We got 100 tons a day in less than 45 days. And then unfortunately, we decided to shut the plant. I had 300 people working for me. It was a seasonal plant. So they told me, whatever you want to do, 8 months is off. You worked so hard. Went to Induri. And there was a small village. Got involved in the milk production. We had 1,000 cows. Traveled all the villages, districts to see where we can buy milk. Milk was not available in those days. The reason I'm saying all this is Every organization you go, if they tell you to do what you do and they pay you, you will get a normal career. Look for the problems that your bosses are facing. Get immersed. Make your company win. Don't complain about this company saying it is a lousy company. I can go on and on. If there are questions, please bring them on. I have only 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. The same story continued in EDS. Some of you are EEE engineers. I'll tell you, I didn't know anything about computers. I didn't know what an S-bus is. In those days, that was the architecture. I didn't know what a card was. I didn't know how the memory was stored. I learnt all that. And believe me, I was a pioneer. My team won the Excellence Award, which put Kodak out of business. We revolutionized paper to microfilm to paper to direct digital. The problems were unbelievable. One engineering drawing after compression that was available was 8 MB. And one A4 size, I still remember, was 45 KB, kilobytes. And in those days, 1 gigabyte of disk cost $22,000, the best price EDS could buy. And we had to cost justify putting engineering drawings and these papers into it. The cost was more than buying a gold shelf. And there were no networks available. There was no TCP/IP. There was no, we were beginning the revolution of Ethernet and token ring. Again, all of that miraculously happened. EDS became a $100 million business. We were the first to bring satellite to Chennai and bring jobs to Chennai. And I promised a customer of mine that the network will never go down. We knew every lineman from that place where it came from Tambram SCZ to our shop in Nungambakam. We knew every lineman because we said that is the only point of failure. And believe it or not, the failure occurred in Dayton, Ohio and didn't occur in India. So all that I'm telling you is you have unbelievable amount of opportunity ahead of you. You guys are the future leaders. You are the future managers of this country. You are in a wonderful institute. And I think the theme that I saw was, what was the theme of SysCon? Inspiring, creating leaders and inspiring change. I really wish each and every one of you become leaders. You become the change agent for the country. And I wish that you make a lot of money. You dream big, achieve every one of your dreams, and make your institute proud, make your batch proud, and come back and do a lot more for your institute. Thank you all.